What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Out the Group Chat conversation of the week. Today, we have an incredible guest joining us, someone who has truly made a name for himself across multiple platforms. He's a content creator with over 1 million followers on TikTok and 125,000 Instagram followers. He's also a mastermind behind the widely successful clothing brand $1 Million Dreams, which has generated hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales. He's also a very talented music artist whose tracks have gotten millions of plays on various platforms. Please join me in giving him a warm welcome, Izzyofficial.
Appreciate y'all, boy, man. I appreciate y'all for real. Hey, real quick, it's a blessing to be here. I want to tell you guys, man, I'm super proud of y'all. It takes a lot of courage, man, to really step up and really put yourself in front of the camera, in front of the limelight, because you know a lot of people get discouraged by not having success right away. A lot of people are afraid of, getting backlash, getting negative comments, this, that, or the third. But y'all did it. Y'all went straight forward, head first, and I fuck with it. So shout out to my cousin, shout out to the fam, and shout out to Out the Group Chat podcast. Let's get it, man. It's your boy Izzyofficial, $1 Million Dreams. Let's go.
This shit kind of hard. Yeah, this is definitely hard.
Hey, it ain't easy. That's why everybody tries to do it, but don't stick with it. You know what I mean? Right. So
for you to do it, like what made it easy for you to like keep going?
You know what, bro? It came down to like, I had wired myself to be like competitive and everything. So when I had a lot of people go against me and say like, yo, you're trash, or your merch is whack, or stick to sports, don't quit your day job type of comments, them little slick comments they make, it was a challenge to me, bro. I was like, all right, bet. And, my cousins know me, super good, you three, and then, Dix and Angel, you guys have gotten to know me as well. And for me, I ain't turning down shit. So it's like, bro, if you guys think I can't do it, number one, I loved it. Don't get it twisted. I love the shit. Like I love being creative. I love, putting, my content out there, my music, which started everything, and, being creative with the brand and just ultimately just, grinding towards this shit, bro. I love that part, but just having the itch in me to want to prove people wrong, bro. Anytime someone's ever said some slick shit to me, haters just being, doing what they do best, and that's just talking out their ass and saying whatever the fuck they've said to me in the past. I've just collected all that and added that to my reason. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro, it's just been something that kept me going this long. And ultimately, bro, I feel like if you have, enough courage to do this shit, let alone the reason and the creativity, the talent, and just the hustle behind it, bro, it's gonna happen sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? It may not happen tomorrow, the next day, and it ain't gonna happen overnight. But y'all stick to this shit the way I stuck to my shit, because y'all on what, couple months now?
Couple months about the Group Chat, yeah.
Bro, I'm going on damn near 10 years for music, you know what I mean? And then the brand itself has been almost 7 years. So imagine what y'all can do in 7 years.
Right.
It's life-changing for real. It's life-changing. Y'all can make so much money. Y'all can change y'all family's lives, and y'all can do it the legal way. Because we all know fast money is cool money until you get caught up with it. So yeah, man, I'm proud of y'all for real though. That shit's dope. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all showing me love. And yeah, man, let's get into it.
It's very inspirational just seeing where you came from, because like you said, so now that you guys know me, Jared, and Lo, we're cousins.
Yep.
to Isaac. So we've seen your whole process. We've seen your ups and downs. Take us through that like journey of you starting off, you not getting a lot of love and support, because I remember you literally standing outside the stores trying to sell your merch, just to get any type of, people showing love and things like that. What is the process like starting off like that?
Well, it's humbling, bro. First, you got to understand that nobody owes you anything. So when you're about to start something, you're like, oh, I got a lot of friends, I got family, this, that, and the third. Like, oh, I'm gonna have a lot of people fucking with it. But at the end of the day, nobody's entitled to do that. Nobody's obligated. That's the right word. Nobody's obligated to support you. So at first it's gonna be like, damn, like ain't nobody fucking with me. I'm offended, this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you gotta really just understand that this is your hustle. This is what you want to do. This is what y'all want to do. So you can't expect the people closest to you to be the ones to really push your shit the way you would expect them to. And it's just, it's the nature of it. You know what I mean? Now I'll tell you guys this, for me, I was blessed to have not only the support of my family, but I had some real ones in my circle to start out that really pushed me to get my shit started. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to take nothing away from my family or my homies, because I had some solid people in my corner. And, when I first dropped merch, we bought like 100 tees. I bought 100 tees, and out of the 100, 3 of the 26 orders came from y'all 3 right here. You know what I mean? We did about 26 orders and I sat on merch.
Realistically, we thought that shit was hot.
Bro. And I appreciate it. But you know what? I had a bunch of extra inventory. Because in my head, I was like, oh, I got a bunch of friends. I'm popular on social media. At the time, I felt like I was popular. And yeah, bro, it don't work that way. You know, popularity and support are not the same. You could be super popular, pop in on social media. You could be famous, have clout, but that doesn't mean people are gonna buy your tickets, buy your merch, support your movement, watch your videos. That don't mean that, bro. Right. You know what I mean? So for me, it was just really about sticking to my script and understanding why I started it. And that's because I loved it. I enjoyed it. I didn't start it because, oh, I'm going to be famous. I didn't start it because, oh, I'm going to make 10 mil off this. I started it because I love to rap, and music led to me starting my brand, which I stand by. And if you guys don't know, it's tatted on my hand and now on my face recently. $1 Million Dreams Incorporated, which I just registered it about 2 years ago. So yeah, we went legal. And I started it because I stood by it. You know what I mean? And I recommend that you guys really evaluate this scene that you guys are having right now, this movement, and really ask yourself, is this what I want to do? Is this something that I'm really wanting to push? Because if not, then you're wasting your time, bro. And at the end of the day, bro, if this is not what you really want, this is not what you want to pursue, then it ain't gonna work out. And that's just like anything in life, you know what I mean? So for me, I really wanted to do it. You guys knew I wanted to do it. When I first started, y'all probably like, come on, bro, you just play sports. Like, chill out. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. My own parents used to think the same shit. My pops, bro, don't you think you should, try to have a backup plan? And you know my pops, and I told him, no, I don't want to have a backup plan because that's a slap in my face that's me thinking that it's not going to work out.
That's actually super awesome you say that because it sounds like so similar to, are you familiar with like Taylor Lewan?
That name sounds so familiar. Who is that?
He's an ex NFL player. He has a podcast right now, Bussin' with the Boys.
Did he just retire?
Just retired.
I know what you're talking about. I saw him on TikTok. Okay,
so there's a clip of him in college or him talking. He could have been in the NFL already, but he basically came out and said, when I was in college at Michigan, I told them, they were like, what do you want to do with your life? He goes, I'm going to be a lineman in the NFL.
Yeah.
And they said, well, there's a very low percentage in that. Why would you want to do that? Mm-hmm. What would be your fallback plan to that if that didn't work out? He goes, why would I have a fallback plan if I didn't put 100% into my first plan?
Exactly.
And so that kind of that's a very similar story to that.
Yeah, when you give yourself, okay, so again, there's no other option. 50 Cent made the album, Get Rich or Die Trying. Get rich or die trying, because there's no other option. It's either get rich or you gonna die trying, bro. It's this or nothing. It's this or nothing. So I tell people all the time, like Jared said, if I go broke doing this shit and I fall off the face of the planet and lose everything I ever worked for, fuck it. At least I put my all into it. At least I gave it my all. Because when I leave this shit, bro, every last bit of blood, sweat, and tears, all my hustle, every ounce of creativity that's in my brain was left out. I did it all. I left it all on the table, and that was it. So until that day comes, which it ain't happening anytime soon, I'm sticking to it. Y'all gonna stick to it. And I really hope y'all do, man. It's a lot harder for you guys because it's 6 of you guys. Okay, it's 5 of you guys. Okay, my bad. I thought it was 6. It's 5 of you guys. So it's a bunch of different, motives, a bunch of different, things that are going on with your guys' lives and stuff, schedules, and you guys got your own things going on. So it's a little different. But I really encourage y'all to stick with this because, you know what I mean? The sky ain't the limit, bro. Wherever y'all place that threshold, you know what I'm saying? So, but yes, get rich or die trying, for real.
Where do you think that confidence come from? Is it from like when you were younger and like playing the sports and being like good at them and like always having like, you've always had like a little like following? Growing up where we grew up, there's always been like a little following to like everything that's going on. If you're good at sports, if you're good at this, everyone knows everything. So that like where the confidence came from?
Yeah, so I feel like everybody has a purpose in life. You know what I mean? You have your people who don't do well in crowded places, who don't do well in front of, audiences, people that, have to do public speaking and stuff like that. They just shy away from that because that's just who they are, you know what I mean? And you also have the people who are studious and super smart that do well in the classroom. You got people that graduate from high school with 4.0s. And you also have your fuck ups and you got your thugs and you got the gangsters and stuff like that. But then you also have your athletes and you have the popular kids and you got your drug addicts. You got everybody. So I think everybody has their own MO. And for me, bro, I kind of established who I was at a young age. It was a respect that was given, you know what I mean? Because I feel like people will tell you who you are based on who you are yourself, if that makes sense. So who you are to everybody else, they'll reflect that by how they treat you, how they respect you, how they talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I harp on that a lot, and I'm a big believer. I'm a firm believer that if you have people talking crazy to you, disrespecting you, talking you out of your name, they don't respect you, and probably because you don't respect yourself. So for me, I feel like I established that understanding early, bro. And I saw that I was, popular in this class, and I was one of the better ones on the team for every sport I played, and if not the best. And eventually, you grow into that position, and whatever that may be for any of you guys. You know what I'm saying? You guys understand where I'm going with that, because you guys all been there. The confidence really established itself once I started to be self-aware of what was going on around me, seeing how people treated me, people respected me, you know what I mean? And ultimately, bro, it just kind of transferred in and went into the music, went into just how I carried myself in general. And I think that helped me a lot with social media. But yeah, bro, so it worked out for me to be confident, because I tell people all the time, like my pops, he's always like, man, I don't like people that are too confident and too cocky. I'm like, listen, at one point or another, you're going to have to stand on your confidence. You're going to have to be that, because look at the best, bro. We got Conor McGregor. A lot of people can't stand him, but he's a dog. So again, sometimes it's good to have that chip on your shoulder. But yeah, that's where the confidence really established itself. So
how did you get to the point where anything that you put on social media, right, where you're like, I don't care who sees this, I don't care how they perceive it, they don't see the vision. Like, how did you get to that point where you're just like, I don't really care what anybody thinks?
That's a great question, Dix. And basically, make it short, a long story short, you have to lose sight of the numbers. And it's so much easier said than done, because to this day, I still look at numbers. And I think we all do, whether it's whatever we're doing. We're always judging, performance and evaluating ourselves based on numbers. It's a number game in life. And for me, I think I had to stop telling myself, you're talented based on what this number is saying, because I helped myself in seeing that there's still a lot of people to this day who are very successful, who suck at what they do, but they just happen to be very, very popular and get the likes, get the shares, get the attention. And getting attention is very easy. Anybody can do it. You know what I mean? Clickbait is a thing for a reason. So for me, I think that just really losing sight of the numbers and just posting me and again, it's confidence, bro. It comes down to his question at the end of the day. You got to be confident behind what you're doing, because if you're posting things in the hopes of getting validation from the people that follow you to see it and tell you, hey, this is great, or hey, that shit's fire, bro. Because again, me posting music back in the day, bro, we had a lot of people that were haters on the SoundCloud movement. And that's when I came out with the music. So you can imagine what my comments look like. I had a bunch of people put in trash cans and, oh, this shit is ass. Hey, don't quit your day job comments, you know what I mean? And it's very easy to get caught up in that negativity, bro, and to believe it. But the same way it is when you're posting shit to get thumbs up and shit, bro. If you're posting to get validation, you're never gonna get nowhere. I had to remember that I validate myself. Y'all validate you. You know what I mean? You validate yourselves. And when you understand that concept, bro, you'll post a lot easier. You'll start to be more frequent. A lot of people don't post shit because, again, they're afraid of the judgment. They're afraid of the evaluation by the number. Fuck the number, you know what I mean? Fuck what he says, she says, or what they think about what you post. Just post it. And if somebody's offended by it, it is what it is. Because anything you do nowadays is offensive. So you might as well do whatever the fuck you want to do and just, you know what I mean, accept the criticism that comes with it. And again, I'll end on that. If you can accept criticism, you'll be fine.
Has there ever been a project that you had, say, like lined up, or something that, whether it was music, a drop with merch wise, or just something that you're super passionate about? Has there ever been something that you were truly looking forward to, that you were like putting a lot of effort in, dropped, didn't see the success that maybe you wanted?
Yeah.
And vice versa. Has there ever been something that you're like, this is pretty cool, like maybe people will fuck with this, drop it, and you're like, damn, that was hot. Like,
got the answer for you.
Popped off right away.
Great question, by the way. So my first mixtape, okay, got ahead of myself, right? And when I first started making music, obviously, like back to his question in the beginning when he asked about the confidence, when it started through sports or whatever. So I was, popular in the sports aspect in school. So I was like, okay, I'm going to transition to music and get a lot of love. That did not happen. So I got a lot of hate. So I got into an early, dissing battle with another artist from the city I'm from. Shout out to Banning and Beaumont, by the way, the hometown. But anyways, yeah, so I had a lot of buzz around my city. A lot of people were talking, and he knows because he from that area. So I had a lot of people buzzing, whether it was good or bad, but my name was buzzing. Oh, Izzy's rapping now. That was the talk, you know what I mean? So to answer the question on the negative spectrum, I thought, after a couple disc records I did with other artists out there, I thought, I'm going to drop a mixtape because I'm ready for this shit. So I spent hours and weeks for like a month and a half to finish. I think it was like, I want to say like 12 songs. I think it was like a little over a month. I finished 12 songs. Okay. Every single day. Once I got off of work, I was in the laundry room. That's where I had my microphone and all that, in the laundry room. So I spent all my nights after work in there for hours. The time comes to drop it, right? I dropped the album or the mixtape. I'm hyped, right? And I'm sending it to literally everybody that's in my DMs, my contact list, and and that's another thing. If you really want to, believe in yourself, I truly think that hustling your own content is important. You can't just rely on clicks and shares. You got to share your own shit. You know what I mean? So anyways, I'm sending it to everybody. I'm getting retweets on Twitter back when Twitter was Twitter. And I'm thinking everything's going great, right? So I posted 12 tracks on the mixtape. The first song got 1,000 and something views. From that song forward, it dwindled. And by the last track, bro, I maybe had like 200 views. And to this day, a couple of little songs in the last like 2 or 3 years barely clicked over 10,000 views. After I put all that time and effort into it, thinking I was going to pop with that shit. And to answer your question on the negative spectrum, yes, I had a moment where I was like, damn, this is discouraging as fuck. Like I put so much time into this shit just for nobody to hear this. You know what I mean? So it was hurtful. And I will say on the positive side, our biggest sale that we've had for the clothing brand, and we didn't have success at first, but fast forward to the pandemic, we dropped our first big launch in 2021. So right on the edge of 2021, or right on the edge of 2020 into the beginning of 2021. So anyways, so to answer your question, yes, we had a drop. It was 2 jogger sweatsuits. It was top and bottom, hoodie and joggers. And it was only a black top, black bottom, gray top, gray bottom. And we just launched a pre-order just to see where it was at. When I tell you this, bro, we did 1,231 orders in 2 weeks. Now, if you guys don't understand the numbers in that, I'll break it down to you in a very simple form. We did $65,000 in sales, okay? Mind you, this was just something I threw on a hoodie, literally just slapped some letters on a hoodie, changed the S on the dreams to a $sign and put it in red. Did the same thing to the sweats right across the crotch area, and did the same thing with the gray top and bottom. And it was just those 4. Oh, and we had some beanies. I'm sorry. We had some beanies at the time. But yeah, we had 1,200 orders. Mind you, up until that point, we had been going for about 3 or 4 years. And we've only did like maybe 100 orders up until that time in 3 or 4 years. So you go from 100, 200 orders in 3 or 4 years to 1,200 orders for merch that's $40 to $60 a piece, and you bring in 65 bands. That's not including all the manufacturing and production costs, but it don't matter because you get wired 65 bands from being broke as fuck and in the negative every day. You go from like one mentality to the next because it's like, what the fuck just happened?
It can kind of get overwhelming.
That's the perfect word for it.
Like, did it get overwhelming?
It was overwhelming because not only did I not have a large overhead, and for those that don't know what an overhead is, it's basically what it costs you to live every month. So my overhead was like, I didn't have car insurance at the time, wasn't paying for health insurance. My rent was like $1,200. My car was paid off. Like I said, just had my phone bill and a few other, necessities, you know what I mean? And other than that, bro, my overhead was like 3 bands. So you go from I was making like $2,000 something a month, maybe. And I was always in the negative because I wasn't making what I needed because I had 2 jobs. So went from the 2 jobs to hitting 65 bands in one sale. It was like, bro. So I don't know if you guys noticed the little switch up when I started bringing from Jameson to 1942 to the parties all the time. Y'all remember that? Yeah. So when the 1942 started coming out regularly and like bring 2 bottles to whatever event type of vibe was, it was overwhelming because now I was having so much money to spend and I really didn't know what to do with it because I never really splurged on myself. You guys always know me as just a plain tee, some shorts or some jeans and some white shoes. I never really bought designer, never had nice things. My car was paid off. So I didn't know where to spend the money at.
My cousin was taking all of us out to dinner and shit.
I didn't care about nothing, bro.
Yeah.
All my homies can vouch for me, bro. Anywhere we went, if it was all of us going out, y'all didn't pay for nothing. That's what it was. And that's what it was for a long time. Was there ever a time where I really prepared, went hard for something, put in the work, and it didn't work out? Yes. And that was my first mixtape. That shit was very discouraging. And then the yes to, was there something that I just fucking threw out there just to see what would happen? Yes. And that's when we did 1,200 orders, and it changed my life.
How did it feel when you went at Ariana Grande and all her fans started coming?
Shit. Was that question you was thinking about
Yeah.
yesterday? He told me he had a question for me yesterday.
Rubbing his hands together.
You're waiting for this moment.
I remember it, so I'm just...
You know what the crazy part about that is? That was so early on in my career that people don't even remember, let alone know about it. So I guess this is a perfect time to address it in a thorough form. So basically what had happened was, leading up to that video, if you guys don't know what video I'm talking about, it's the remix to Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. Not necessarily a remix though, because it was just me taking the beat and doing a 1-minute rap to it. It was called a cover. So I was doing covers left and right all the time. And this is when I was early on in my rap stage, so I was hungry. I was posting like every week a new verse every week to all the dope songs that were happening, because it was perfect. It was perfect for you to try to get some traction. You pick the best song that's trending, kind of like Not Like Us from Kendrick Lamar, and everybody jumps on the beat and hopes to find some sort of traction. So I was doing that early on in my career, and the Thank You Next song was booming. So I was like, I'm gonna twist it and change it to where I'm not thanking my ex, I'm saying fuck my ex. You know what I mean? So, for me, I'm not thinking much of it because, I've always been on that fuck you energy anyway. So I didn't really think much of it, and neither did my people, right? But during that time, Twitter was still cracking, right? And I don't know if you guys know anything about Ariana Grande or any of these superstars. They have super big fan bases, and these people are insane. They're mental cases. I would say that they're not mentally stable. There's no way you can prove to me that someone that literally obsesses over another person, let alone a celebrity, is normal. It's not normal. But anyways, so I posted this shit, right? Mind you, fun fact, it was 100 takes, and I was reading the fucking lyrics from my phone, G. I was reading the lyrics from my phone and fucked up 99 times, and I got it on the 100th take. Shout out to the homie who I'm no longer homies with. Won't drop his name, but yeah, appreciate you for recording that.
Just imagine like on the 82nd take. Like, hey, we gotta wrap this shit up. I'm fucking starving.
You know what I mean? And Cold Game was, I promised him food and a beer, and he was smooth. He was like, bro, I'm chilling. You give me a beer and some food, I'm with it. But yeah, I fucked up 99 times on 100th take. Got it right finally. And the fucked up thing was, now I remember my lyrics. I wasn't remembering them then, so I was reading them. So I fucked up 99 times reading the shit. Reading the shit. So anyways, 100 take goes. We get it. We post it, right? Take him to get his beer. Take him home. Everything's cool. It's cool, right? My video's doing normal statistics, normal performance, right? It's getting the likes that I normally get. It's getting the normal retweets, okay? Mind you, Instagram is just whatever at the time. I only had probably like 18 to 20,000 followers at the time. So it's just doing its normal thing, and I'm not thinking much of it. So I go to sleep, go to work the next day, right? And I'm a security guard. So, I'm in my uniform, and I got my phone in my pocket. Mind you, the video's out there in the world already. It's already out there in the world. It's there. So I'm thinking somebody's calling me, right? I got the vibration on. So I'm thinking somebody's calling me. So I'm not thinking much of it. I'm like, I'll answer this after I'm done with my shift or whatever. This shit don't stop buzzing though. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I look at my phone, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen someone's phone blow up, but it looks like this, but it just keeps going. And it was hitting like that. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? So what had happened was the Ariana Grande stans, the fans of her, the crazy ones, they make not fake profiles, but like fan pages. They started seeing the remix because I did like, I don't know, probably like 50, 60 retweets at the time. So it got their attention. So they watched it and they were going in on me. You didn't even understand the vibe of the song. You did a whole totally different message behind it. She was thanking her exes. You ruined the song. Oh, bro, kill yourself. Men are horrible. Men don't deserve to live. The whole nine. He looks like he says nigga, and come to find out, you know what I mean? He says nigga. And you know what I mean? They were telling me a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And bro, I didn't see none of those notifications because they were coming in increments, not like, and then the moment happened. I was at work, like I said, and my phone just started going crazy. You know what I mean? I had those couple buzzes throughout the day, but I didn't really care to look. So that's when it started hitting, and it's all Twitter. And I saw the thank you next. You know how it tells you where the notification's from? And I was like, fuck, something happened, bro. So I swiped up. Sure enough, Ariana Grande responded once and then responded again 2 times. And it was from that day forward, I was like, what the fuck just happened? So for about a week and a half straight, I was getting DMs, crazy comments, death threats, bro. It was wild because I hadn't had that type of attention yet, or not attention, I would say, that type of traction. So this shit was new to me. So I was feeding into all the comments, and I'm sitting there pissed the fuck off. Like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even that deep, bro. Like, and I'm pissed off now because they're being mean as shit to me. They're bullying me, bro. They're dead ass bullying me.
And this is why I don't think Ariana Grande is a good person.
No, listen. Because your fans are a reflection of you, right? Like, who you hang around with. Like, if y'all were a bunch of dickheads, I would think he's a dickhead. And if y'all were a bunch of dickheads, I would think you were a dickhead because you guys all hang around. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, like my fans are solid, bro. I have a bunch of really, solid people who are, down to earth that fuck with me. But I think Ariana Grande is probably a shitty woman. And I just have to say that because her fans gotta be a reflection of her. And they are evil, dog.
Especially when they're telling you to kill yourself.
Man, what? That wasn't even the worst thing, bro. There was some crazy shit there. They were out of pocket. Like on several different comments and DMs, bro, it was bad.
Go ahead. I'm gonna say, I bet that helped you out though because you got all that traction. It's like they say, like
all publicity, good publicity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's basically what happened with you.
Yeah.
So all this shit was happening on Twitter, and then you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But then like a lot of people were going on your page and everything, especially if Ariana Grande. She's retweeting your shit or replying to it.
So that was the tip of the iceberg because right after that, Hollywood Life, which is a very, very big YouTube source, picked up on it. And they posted a video about it. Ariana Grande responds to local rapper or whatever they called me with sassy response and all types of shit. So a bunch of news blogs got it. It was all over Google. And I thought that was my breakout moment. I was like, it's about to happen, bro. But listen, though, to this day, that's like having a degree that you don't get paid for. No, but listen, I'm so serious, though, because at the end of the day, I can always look back at it and be like, I did that. If you went to college and graduated, you can always look back whether you used the degree or not and say, at least I got it. Right after that, Hollywood Life picked up on it. And then shortly after that, there was an artist who was way more established than me at the time, who I was really looking up to at the time and just really trying to follow his footsteps. And I'll shout him out. His name was Fora, right? And he's still making music to this day, doing his thing. But there had been some sort of misunderstanding or whatever. I had got a phone call. This is interesting, right? I get a phone call from this stripper. She's from Miami.
Oh, Miami, Tootsie, shout out to Tootsie.
Mind you, though, her occupation has no sort of degrade to who she was because she was very respectful to me. I never had an inappropriate conversation with her. She just supported what I was doing. So I fucked with her. She was cool as fuck, and we talked on an everyday basis, and we were just friends. You know what I mean? There was nothing else to it. I mean, I think she might have had feelings for me or something like that, but for me, it was just very casual, and she was very respectful, and vice versa. So we had a good relationship, and come to find out, she was dating somebody in the camp of Fora and his team. So I didn't know this. But she gets a phone call one night, and I'm out in, I think I'm in Palm Springs at the time. I'm at this club for whatever reason. I'm there, and I get a phone call from her. She's like, yo, I got to talk to you. And I'm like, all right, what's up? So I go outside. She's like, yo, I fucking told you. And I'm like, tell me what? Like, what are you talking about? And so she's like, I knew, certain people didn't fuck with you. And I was like, why you say that? Because I just got the phone call right now of somebody spilling the beans on the whole team. And I guess my name had been circulating amongst a camp, and they was talking down on my name and shit. And mind you, I had just been involved in one of his tours because I got linked up with one of his managers who wanted me to I was the fucking, guinea pig of the group at the time, and I was trying to get a part of the group, so I was willing to do it. So I was driving them to fucking Sacramento and shit like that. I was taking them to the shows and shit, not the artist himself, but the group. So come to find out, they was calling me a groupie and shit, I guess. And you know, the artist I supposedly didn't fuck with me and this, that, and the third. And I kind of felt the type of way because like that's like, you know, you look at somebody y'all look up to. You come to find out, you know, you've been hustling, trying to do what they're doing because they've already succeeded in it, and you looking up to them and you support them and you fuck with them genuinely. Come to find out they not fucking with you. Did he see me as a threat? I don't know. Was there a problem with my confidence? I don't know. Whatever it may have been, but yeah. So there was some sort of misunderstanding, miscommunication on their end. I got the news about it, and I was like, man, what do I do about this? And this is again that Ariana Grande thing wasn't the tip of the iceberg, because the artist, he had a huge following too, and his followers don't play about him the same way Ariana Grande's fans and shit didn't play about her. So I say fuck it and do a diss record. And I'm not new to the diss scene because I started that shit way back when, and I mentioned in the beginning of the podcast. So I'm like, fuck it, let's get it. It's wartime. And you know me, I'm with it. Like, I'm gonna say what I need to say. So I record the diss track, and the diss track is crazy. And I get a phone call. The phone call, because the shit leaked and the artist heard about it, interacted with the post. I think he liked the shit or something. He liked it. And I was like, oh shit, it's good. And it's up. And I get a phone call right before it's supposed to drop. And it's from his videographer, who I'm still cool with to this day. And he's like, don't drop it. Don't drop it, bro. Don't drop it. And mind you, the videographer and him live together. So I'm like, I got to, bro, because I had reached out to you about this shit and you never hit me back. So don't hit me on the day of the bomb, and you know what I mean? Try to prevent the war from happening. So I dropped the shit and boom, it gets traction. Same thing with the Ariana Grande thing, right? This is like a month and a half after, bro. So I went from Ariana Grande's situation to all that hate to this hate. So, bro, at the time, I didn't understand why it happened, but now I thank myself that it did. Not because I love drama, I love being negative and being in that type of limelight, but it conditioned me to be where I'm at today. All of that shit happened early on in my career, and I feel like that was God's plan because, bro, I wouldn't have never been prepared for what was happening then, now, had I not gone through that. Because now to this day, it would still be eating at me, bro. All the comments I get on my live streams and shit, bro, people are evil.
I want to touch back real quick on that Forrest situation. I remember that very vividly when you were going through that. I even remember you even got on a live Instagram with him. And I remember he was playing it off like he didn't even know who you were. He felt like he didn't even know the situation. He was like, what are you talking about type shit.
So now I've replayed that scenario in my head, and I get mad at myself every time. Because before that live had happened, this is the night after, or the night of the drop. And the drop happened, don't quote me on that. It might have been the next day. I can't remember verbatim or specifically because this was years ago. This was like in 2019. But either way, within the day or so of the drop of the diss record, I scheduled a live stream. And I posted it on my story. I said, I'm going to get on live and address this diss record to everybody because I had hella people watching my story at the time. And when it got real, I was like, all right, bet, I'm gonna get on live and we're gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? So, because I had a lot of people saying like, I was making up everything and I was lying, and you know, they didn't really understand what happened because there was no explanation to it, to the exact situation. There was no lead up, you know, no gathering of it. So everybody was kind of confused. So I was like, fuck it, let's get on live and talk about it. So I got on live. And sure enough, he knew I was getting on live. So he joined the live stream. He was watching it, and you could see who joins. And he requested to join the live stream. And I'm all right, bet. But before I got on the live, this is where I fucked up because I wasn't in my right mental space because I was drinking. And I needed to drink in the time because I wasn't comfortable with that big of an audience. So I needed to soothe my nerves because I was like low-key nervous and shit. So part of the nerves, part of the alcohol, when I get on the live, I didn't really address it the way I wanted to. And had it been happening now, instead the live stream was rolling, all I would have been like was, listen, this is the situation, okay? Did your people or did your people not say what was told to me? If they didn't and you deny it right now, then my bad, bro, is good. Boom. But if they did do it, now you understand where I'm coming from with this situation. And mind you, the girl I told y'all about from Miami, we were really good friends, bro. It wasn't like she was trying to snake me or nothing, because what's the point? And she showed me a screen recording of her and old boy from the camp on FaceTime together. So I was like, okay, so she's not bullshitting. And why would she call me right after the conversation? Just to confirm the fact that she's already told me this shit before it happened. Because she was like, I told you they ain't fuck with you. And she would tell me that. So had that live stream happen now, I would have just addressed it that way versus, allowing him to kind of manipulate it to where it was like, oh, he said something like, oh, enjoy your little 15 seconds of fame. He was laughing at me, making fun of me or whatever, trying to like make fun of the situation. And again, at the time, there were so many people in the comments. I had some riders for me at the time, but there was also a lot of his people just dogging me, bro. I feel like the fact that he gave it as much attention as he did speaks for itself. And again, just to reiterate, it's no bad blood, you know what I mean? I still support his music and stuff like that, but I'm really thankful that never worked out, because I don't think I'd be who I am today with the success that I've had with my own self, my own image, my own music, and my own movement had I got picked up by him and his team, because I would have always been in the background. I would have always been, oh, him too. I would have been always the addition versus, having my own movement, being the face of it, you know what I mean? And having my own identity. I would have always been just a sidekick. And I'm so thankful, and I thank God every single day that he didn't allow me to, fully get involved in that. So, it worked out, and I'm super blessed and thankful that it did. You know what I mean? So
it's about that time of the year where there's a certain video that pops up consistently, like about 4 or 5 times a year. At least I see it on my timeline that often.
Right.
Big video. It was a big video for you, for the other person involved. But every time it's posted, you never get any credit for it. Always. There's always your fans in the comments who are gonna tag you.
Yeah.
But it's never like whoever the source was. If it's a blog or if it's a outlet, no matter what it is, they never tag you. But that was a big moment for both of you guys in your career.
Yeah, absolutely.
So my question to you is, how does that make you feel, like when you basically helped someone's career get so much of a boost and like a push? And then like I also saw like an Instagram live not too long ago where you were on live with this person and like a few other people.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they were almost trashing you a little bit. I didn't watch the whole live. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. But it was like, I never asked you this question, but I've seen it. So I saw this and I always wonder, like, what the fuck is that situation about?
Well, let's address the video first. And damn, I'm really glad you asked that question. Because man, let's just get it out there. Let's put it out in the open. Let's you know what I mean? Let's talk about it. Like I said, we gonna talk about it. So the video itself, man, legendary. Say that, hands down, or whatever you call it, one of the best videos to come out in the last 5 years. One of the most viral videos to come out in the last 5 years, especially during the pandemic. So what happened with that video was, I hate addressing this video, but I'm going to dead it today. This is the last time I'll talk about it. What happened with that video was, I saw Duno was popping. I saw he was popping on, with his skits and stuff. And at the time, I had just built a following on TikTok. So I was like, oh, he might respect that. So I'll reach out to him, and basically I'll just, shoot my shot in terms of trying to do a skit with him. So I commented on one of his videos or whatever, and he responded. He was like, yo, hit me on IG, we'll link up. So say less. Boom. I go to LA, meet him in East Los Angeles, and we shot the video. We shot like 4 or 5 takes, and we killed it. We did one good one, and we were like, now let's run another one, which ended up being the one we posted. So we posted the video, or he posted the video, and bro, the rest was history. The shit went viral. He didn't think it was gonna go viral. Mind you, when it comes to credit, he gave me my credit. He tagged me on the sources he posted on. He tagged me. We didn't know it was gonna be his biggest video. Again, let me say that again. His biggest video to this day. Not one video has come close to it. How did the video establish itself? It was my idea. The whole video was my idea. The way it came about, what we talked about. The video itself, it exists because of me. And again, like you said, each year it goes crazier. But to address the live stream recently, because a lot of people asked me about it, mind you, drinking again, I was stated. I had already got mixed signals from him, from Duno. And I didn't understand it because it's like, I never did nothing to this dude. So, and there was no competition between him and I, because we are both in 2 different worlds of entertainment. I'm in the music merchandise industry. He's in the comedy stand-up industry. We ain't got no sort of conflict here. There's no collision. There's no intersection. There's nothing. It's completely separate. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, what's the deal, bro? You know what I mean? In my head, I'm like, why am I getting this energy? Because you're not the first person to ask me this. So I started, evaluating the situation. And then I really started to think about it. He ain't never hit me up for his podcast, as someone that your biggest moment, you talk about that, especially if you have your own podcast. let alone you might include the person that was in that video with you that came up with the idea to do the video on your podcast. But nah, I never got an invite. And I'm cool with that because he don't owe me nothing. We got the video done and that was that. We were never friends before. We were never friends after. It was more so like we were associates in this business world of social media. And I understood that. So I never really felt the type of way about it. But after the energy I was getting from the live stream, and then recently we did another live to where he was kind of fucking with me. He was joining my live. I was talking, and in the middle of my conversation, he would end the live. And I thought it was connection issues. So then he added me again. I get to talking to him. Boom, he's entertaining the conversation, ends the live. And then his people join my live to tell me, hey, bro, he's just fucking with you. And I'm like, oh, so you trying to make me look stupid? So now I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what we doing. And what I came to the conclusion of was he's bitter that his biggest video has my name attached to it. He's bitter that his blow up has to do with Izzyofficial as well. And he's bitter the fact that he'll never do another video as big as that ever. And you know, it's a big shoe to fill. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he feels a type of way about me for that reason. Because again, I've always kept it solid with him. You know, I still show him love. You know what I mean? It's not nothing personal, but I recently unfollowed him on social media. You know what I mean? He probably still following me to this day. I don't know. And you know, quite frankly, I really don't care because at the end of the day, I'm only following people who fuck with me. And personally, I don't think he fucks with me. And that's just what it is. I won't say vice versa. I don't feel the same. You know what I mean? I fucked with his content from the jump, and I still fuck with it now. But I'm a man at the end of the day, bro, and I'm about my respect. So I don't give a fuck if you got clout. I don't care if you're a trending source. I don't care if, you know, a bunch of people fuck with you. If you're not showing me the respect I feel I deserve, then it's good, bro. We ain't got to squabble over it. We ain't got to have beef over it. But I'm not going to sit here and be fake about it and follow you on social media when I know what it is. And now, you know what? Like, I'll say shout out to the homie Crook because he was in that live. But the other homie, he's from Riverside. I got some weird energy from him too. So, you know, respectfully, unfollowed him from social media. And you know, blessings to all of them. You know what I mean? I hope they do great in their careers, which they've already done. But at the end of the day, I got my own shit moving, bro. I don't need no sort of butt buds or, you know, friendly fake friends. You know what I mean? I don't have to fake it with nobody to get to where I need to go because I'm already here. And I got here based off who I am in my own hustle and not off of who I knew. Because yeah, the TikTok video that blew up, the Duno video, the domestic violence video did blow up. I got 20,000 followers from this shit, but that was it. His life changed. His career changed, not mine. My shit was going already. I had already got verified on Instagram for music like a month before that video dropped. So I already established my shit. I already did what I needed to do to make my own name for myself. Yeah, people will argue, well, nobody knew you before the video. Nobody that knew me from that video or that only knows me from that video knew me, but I also had my own movement, my own following and all that before him. That didn't make my career. Now, did that video make his? I'll let y'all be the judge of that.
Something that I deal with all the time. I feel like everybody deals with at times, whether it's content creation or just any aspect of their life. You know, I deal with doubt a lot.
Right.
You know, there's times where I always have those thoughts in my mind like, man, should I stop doing this? Should I give up on it? You know, how do you deal with those moments where you could be doubtful of yourself?
Yeah, so in the process of starting anything, whether it's a movement, a brand, you know, starting your own content, you got to understand going into this that if you're looking for that quick come up, you know, some fast success, overnight success, this ain't for you. You know what I mean? Because you have to understand that there's a time frame. It's called, you know, trust the process. You got to understand. You got to go through that journey of, you know, hustling and seeing no results, having very few people to, if not nobody fucking with you. You know what I mean? To really just being by yourself and getting and cracking and breaking the ground. You know what I mean? And once you get the ball rolling, that's when it's like, okay. And I'm really glad that I never was, you know, served on the silver platter, you know, hey, skip all the struggle, skip all the blood, sweat, and tears here. You're going to get to where you want to be right now. Because then I wouldn't know what it's like to, you know, struggle to pay for a coffee, bro. I used to count my pennies and my nickels just to buy a coffee from the Extra Mile, and that's not a made up story. At the end of the day, those discouraging moments are what really make the come up and the process of becoming someone successful worth it. So I would tell you, when you're discouraged, understand that you're in a good place because you can either go left or right. And right meaning you continue to go, left meaning you quit. And I went right, bro. So I encourage anybody when they reach that space of, damn, nothing's moving, nothing's happening, no, there's no progress, there's no nothing, to not quit. Because on the other side of that is when that ball starts to roll for you. And when you get it moving, bro, it's anything with momentum. You know what I mean? It's just a moment you have to go through, because if you don't face that discouragement and that adversity, bro, you're not cut for it. But yeah, if you're gonna dedicate yourself and your time to this, and this is what you're committed to, then get ready for that discouraging moment.
You mentioned evaluating like on like the 5 years. So what is your 5 years from now? Where do you see
Dixon, great question. And I'm gonna answer this in a very simple form too. My pops used to ask me like, yo, in 5 years, if you're not where you want to be, what are you gonna do? If you're not successful, what are you gonna do? And I tell people all the time, never put a time frame on when it should happen, because when that time comes and you're not where you want it to be, you're gonna feel like you failed, and that's setting yourself up for failure. So I tell people all the time, listen, have small short-term goals, but the long term, just stack up your small wins and see where you're at in the long run. Because if you're like, damn, okay, if I'm not here, let's just say, for instance, let's give an example. If I'm not at 1 million followers on Instagram by 2026, I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna go back to working my 9 to 5, because I'm gonna deem that as not successful. 2026 rolls around and I'm at 778,000 followers. To that standard, to that expectation, I failed. Now, what do? Do I just quit? Do I just give up because it didn't work out in the time frame it worked out, or it was supposed to work out in? Absolutely not. But again, it's setting yourself up for discouragement and quote unquote failure because you didn't reach the goal, versus saying, hey, if I can keep getting this amount of followers in this amount of time every single week, every single month, and I can keep growing, versus saying I gotta be here. As long as you're doing this, then we'll see where we're at in 5 years. But just know we're not going to be here.
How fast did you realize when you started this, like, I really need to be my biggest fan and push my own shit, and like you said, market my own shit, because people weren't, like you said in the beginning, people aren't pushing you the way that you're going to push yourself. How quick did you realize that?
Early, bro. And when I really realized it is, shout out to the homie. We were just with him yesterday, Jody. Grew up with him, neighborhood, childhood friend. We were best friends, played sports together, and we were locked in. But we went through a period of time where I didn't fuck with him no more. I cut him off. And to tie into the conversation of what you were asking, when I came to grips with the fact that I'm gonna be the only one to really make this shit happen, it ain't up to nobody else, was when we were sitting on one of the homies' couches. We were at another friend's house. It's 3 of us. And I had just bought those shirts that I told you guys that you guys bought in the beginning of my brand. And I was sitting on hell of them. Like, I had a box full of shirts that we didn't sell. Y'all bought like 90% of the orders, the family did. So I was sitting on a hell of merch, and I was like, damn, this shit ain't gonna sell itself. So I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out a way to push the merch. So I sat there, we're drinking and stuff. And I'm like, we're not drinking heavy, we're just drinking like a beer or whatever. And I was like, look, hey, I got a table I just bought. Let's go set it up outside of one of these grocery stores and set the merch up. Right on a cardboard, $25 t-shirts, and let's see if we sell some. Somebody's got to respect the hustle. Somebody's going to be out there like, oh, I'll support it. You know what I mean? So when I said that, Jody cracked a giggle. Like, he laughed in my face, like, kind of like saying, like, ain't nobody going to buy that bullshit. You know what I mean? And from that point forward, I saw things differently, bro. And I saw him differently. But yeah, when that moment happened, I realized it's me versus the world. My homies can't get me there. My parents can't get me there. Even my own dad used to tell me like, yo, bro, you should try to, go this route. And, I mean, I get you love music. I get you want to have your merchandise, your brand. But what if it doesn't work out? Start, do something that's more lucrative. That was a word he liked to use, was lucrative. And in those moments, that's when I was like, you know what? You got to trust your own vision. And I tell people all the time, if you not fucking with your vision, you cannot expect anyone else to see it through like the way you do. You can't expect nobody to support you if you ain't believing in yourself through and through. You got to be so delusional when it comes to your goals. You got to be so convinced that it's going to happen. You ain't got to know how it's going to work, because trust me, I didn't know this shit was going to pop off the way it did. You don't got to know how. You ain't got to have all the answers, but you got to know that you'll figure it out.
I have so many more questions that I could ask you, but we would be here all night.
Yeah, for sure.
But we are going to move on to the last segment. of our show, Jared has a segment that we're gonna do with you.
Dope.
It's kind of more on the fun side, okay?
I'm ready for it.
So we're gonna pass it over to Jared now.
Let's do it.
So how this shit basically works, guys, I'm gonna be asking all the boys just because obviously you've got to learn a little bit about Izzy and what he's all about. But obviously we're a group here. We want to get everyone's opinion. So I just got a little bit of this or that questions. I'm gonna rattle them off. Y'all just tell me what you think. Some of them are dumb as fuck. Some of them I have very strong feelings behind. And if you choose something else, we're just gonna have to fucking talk about it. Right here, hey, this or that. Obviously I'm gonna ask Isaac, Izzy. He is our guest. So Izzy will be the first to answer. All right, so for our first this or that question, we got Drake or Kendrick?
Drake.
Drake.
All right, so we got live in your car for a month or go vegetarian for a year.
I'm gonna have to go with the car because I don't think people understand how hard dieting is, and eating plants every day for the next 365 days is crazy. Yeah, live in my car for a month.
I'm going car for a month.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going vegetarian, so I might as well just
So
sit back out. 30 days.
You gonna be that motherfucker cool as fuck too.
HCR.
Eating salads all day, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go car. It would suck because it's summertime right now. Hella swamp ass in the car, but you gotta do it.
Here we go. Hey, we got a clean room or a clean car?
Clean room.
Fuck, but a dirty ass car? Like,
Yeah,
let's say you're trying to bring a girl in there.
That's true, but a room?
Yeah,
room?
where you put the room? Yeah, you're right. I'm in a nice ass room with her before the car. Yeah, the room, you know what I mean?
Clean room because like after a long day you come home to a clean ass room.
That's just therapy.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen your car full, so.
This will fuck you.
So, all right, we got Tavon Austin, West Virginia highlights or Adrian Peterson comeback MVP highlights.
I just heard the motion and about Tavon Austin, but I didn't hear about him until then, which was recent. So I gotta rock with Adrian Peterson, the dog.
I gotta go Tavon Austin. Best fucking highlight probably ever.
I gotta watch that video.
You got to.
Crazy.
You
I
I
gotta
gotta
watch
watch that video.
I'm gonna go Lionel Messi, best goal.
There we go. Hey, never a doubt, never a doubt.
Adrian Peterson.
I'm going Tavon. That aura in that video.
Same thing with Isaac, Adrian Peterson, but I gotta watch that Tavon Austin real soon.
That Tavon Austin, I'm not even joking. That had motherfuckers questions like, should I go to West Virginia, dog? Like maybe they're missing something in me. So we got a rewind button or a pause button on your life.
I would say I would like to rewind and change a few things that I've done, but that would change where we're at today. And I can't complain. We having a good day today. So I would say I would like to pause a few things and enjoy the moment. So I'm gonna say pause.
I would say I would rewind, go back and change a few things I've done in my past. But
Hell yeah.
I would say that too, but shit, I love living in the moment sometimes. So.
Yeah, pause that shit.
Yeah, pause. I'm gonna say pause.
Yeah, I'd pause it.
I'm gonna say rewind. Whether I fuck something up or maybe I want to go relive something.
Talk to animals or speak in every language.
Talk to animals. I would love to talk to my puppy.
Oh my god, I didn't think about that.
I would love to talk to my puppy.
You get to talk to every pet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Talk to a little.
you
Yeah.
know what? Mine would probably have to be speak to animals too, because I would love to talk to my fucking dogs.
Talk to an animal or know every language. Fuck.
You don't even fuck with everybody that speaks every language though. So.
That's true. Yeah, I'm
You know what I
going
mean?
animal. Yeah,
That's fair.
be able to speak to animals.
Yeah, I'm going animal. Same reason. Be able to talk to dogs.
I'm going speak every language because I wouldn't want to talk to my pets because you know what they.
You just want to be different. You just want to be different.
All right, boys, this is my last this or that question, but unfortunately, I'm going to need a group vote. So this has to be a majority before we move on. These are NBA champions. I'm going to give you champions, this or that. Okay.
Got it.
2011 Mavs versus the 2017 Warriors.
2017
Warriors.
Yeah.
Okay, 2017 Warriors or 2012 Heat.
2012 Heat.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go Heat.
That was Brown, Wade, Bosch.
Yeah.
Before we make our answer, guys, we're forgetting Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, guys.
That was their
probably-
first year together though.
Together.
I think they beat him in 6.
I already lost the vote, but I think the 2017
He said
Warriors.
I lost the vote.
Yeah, you definitely lost, but I think.
Are we going with the Heat?
They're going with the Heat, yeah.
I have the 2012 Heat or the 1996 Bulls.
2012 Heat. Sweep. With a sweep. With a sweep. 4-0
because
sweep.
The Heat definitely could shoot better. They were younger. That's the end of the Jordan era. So, like, yeah, I would say the Heat.
I'm going Heat because Bron's my GOAT. Michael Jordan's not
There
my
we
GOAT.
go.
Yeah.
Well, then we have the 2012 Heat versus the 2000 Lakers.
I like the 02 '03 Lakers versus the 2012 Heat. So I'm gonna say the 2012 Heat as a Laker fan.
I don't think no one could guard Shaq, and Kobe was better than all of them at that time. So I'm probably gonna go Lakers.
I'm gonna say Lakers because I'm a Lakers fan.
Gia,
It's on you.
tiebreaker, baby.
Nah, fuck a tiebreaker. Can I change my answer? Because I didn't think about Shaq. That's crazy.
You know,
that was gonna be my next question.
Bosh don't want no smoke.
Bro,
Who would
that
guard
was
Shaq?
package that kid, bro. That was literally when you.
But then again, you have to think about, okay, Bosh wouldn't be able to guard Shaq. D Wade would guard Kobe. Who's guarding LeBron now?
It's a
Robert
toss up.
Horry, fucking.
It's a toss.
It is a toss up.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lakers though.
Yeah,
That's going to Game 7 for sure.
Yeah, that's
We have the 2000 Lakers or the 2008 Celtics.
Oh.
2000 Lakers.
Yeah, what the fuck, Lakers?
Yeah, Lakers.
And just a heads up, y'all, I didn't get to vote. I would have voted.
If y'all were wondering.
If y'all were wondering, I was gonna go with Miami Heat, to be honest with you, but even though I love the Lakers.
Hey, that's our fault.
Hey, I'm gonna need full blown honesty right here. 2000 Lakers or 2007 Spurs.
2000 Lakers.
Yeah, Lakers. I'm going Lakers.
I just know that these Spurs teams like to get
Spurs were like
disrespected a little bit.
Spurs.
These Spurs
Ginobili.
championship teams like to get disrespected a little bit.
Ginobili, Duncan, Parker.
Hey, that trio was stupid.
Bro, and they like to get disrespected.
And they
which
had-
I don't think it's wrong. I don't think
They
that
had a really good bench. I probably would have to go with the Spurs.
They had Bruce Bowen on that team too.
Yeah.
yes,
Bruce
with
Bowen.
Popovich as the coach.
Yeah.
Popovich.
Spurs.
I'm riding with the Lakers.
I still think Lakers, but I don't think it's like Lakers.
It's
I
not
think
it's not
a
an
conversation.
easy answer.
Lakers
It's another
definitely.
toss-up, too.
The
Yeah.
Lakers definitely. No one still could guard Shaq, so that's a big problem that we're gonna have.
But at the end of the day, if you got depth like the Spurs
Yeah.
had, then you can literally waste guys on fouls for
Yeah,
Shaq,
yeah,
and then
sure.
send his ass to the line. We all know what happens there.
Yeah.
So it's like
I would probably go with the Spurs on that one as a Lakers.
we have a Laker, we have
Is it a best of
Spurs.
seven?
Spurs.
This is a championship best of 7
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, Spurs. I said Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs.
I'm going Lakers.
But we got the 2007 Spurs or the 2023 Nuggets.
2023 Nuggets.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers was cold blooded. Them motherfuckers was cold blooded.
You know what? I gotta go Spurs.
Bro,
Actually, still.
MPJ, Jamal Murray, and Jokic were evil.
Yeah.
I've
sure.
never seen a game plan run through a center as well as the Nuggets
Yeah,
did in
that's
that
true.
23 season.
Well, let's talk about the center too. That motherfucker is
Jokic is
crazy.
this-
But the
Gus.
three on the Spurs were fucking raw, man.
It would be a great series.
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
I think Spurs had a better coach. I think at that time they had a better chemistry. I gotta go Spurs.
Nuggets, Spurs, Nuggets.
Give me Spurs.
It's such a great toss.
You have the tiebreaker.
There's
Do you
no
think-
wrong answer either.
If y'all been watching this channel, you know, for the videos that we had, y'all know what my answer gonna be. Fuck Jamal Murray, I'm going Spurs. Fuck Jamal Murray, cuz.
Oh, shit. That answer wins it. That answer wins it.
Spurs.
I'm out of here.
All right, motherfuckers. We have the 2007 Spurs versus the 2016 Cavs.
Oh.
Kyrie,
LeBron.
Kevin Love.
Kyrie.
I'm gonna go with the
Thompson.
I got my answer.
Me too.
I'll probably have to rock with damn, that's a very equal matchup too. I'm gonna roll the dice with the Spurs. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice with the
I gotta
Spurs.
go Cavs. Came back 3-1.
I'll go Cavs too. Yeah, just because.
I don't even think the Spurs would have dropped 3. You know, 7 Spurs.
Tiebreaker again.
I'm going with my ghost, Cavs.
Are we saying that the 2016 Cavs would have beat the 2000 Lakers? Is that what we're saying?
The Cavs came back from 3-1 versus the team that holds the record for the most wins in the NBA season.
All right, baby, I agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, last one, and this is a little biased just because you can obviously tell what team we root for. But last one, 2016 Cavs versus the 2010 Lakers.
Lakers. That year was crazy
Yeah.
for the Lakers. We were tough.
I gotta go Lakers.
That's gotta be our best
Gasol.
team,
Yeah.
arguably.
Lakers.
Andrew Bynum, Young.
Gasol,
Yep. Derek Fisher.
Trevor Ariza, Jordan Farmar, Shannon Brown. The team was stupid.
That shit was legendary.
Yeah, I want to finish off on a good note, Lakers.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
That concludes my this and that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Izzy,
Yes, sir.
We know that you obviously support the channel, watch, give us feedback on all of our stuff. But there's a new segment that we just actually introduced that you may not be too familiar with.
Okay.
But Olympic season is upon us. So in honor of that, and what we're trying to do is we want to give kind of not tier list, but kind of a ranking from bronze, silver, and gold on different categories. So for example, today we have an Olympic gas station ranking, and what we're going to be doing is gas station snacks. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in order, and we're going to start off with our bronze ranking, what you think is what your third place is, our silver, what you think your second place is, and your gold. This is when you're walking to the gas station, most of the time you're probably going to be grabbing this shit because that's your go-to.
Right. Okay, yeah.
With that being said, there's only 2 rules, I'm pretty sure. You cannot double up, as in if you give a snack, you can't use the same brand, different flavors. That is not allowed. And you cannot take an answer on what has already been said. If I wanted to say a Snickers can no longer be used for you.
Got you. Okay.
I'm gonna say my bronze go-to would probably be the the bread that's in that clear packaging that has the little name in the corner in the dessert section. They got a bunch of them. They got banana bread. They got the banana chocolate. They have like different flavors. They're always in like these little clear packages too. Yes. Probably my third bronze.
What flavor?
Banana bread.
I'd probably have to go with peanut M&Ms.
My bronze. A fucking tall can. No, I'm just kidding. What flavor? I'm gonna go basic right here. Just some gummy bears.
Teriyaki beef jerky.
So for my bronze, I always think of gas station as like right before I hit the field to go to a baseball game, and I couldn't be eating anything that was gonna make me feel like garbage or shit. So I always had to grab something that I felt like would just give me energy but not make me feel terrible. So for my bronze, I'm going with peanut butter crackers.
You would get energy off those?
Peanut butter, big dog? That's protein.
I know, but damn, like they hella dry.
My bronze, I'm a big sweets guy, so most of my list will probably be sweets, but I'm going Reese's, but not the regular Reese's cups. I'm going the mini Reese's.
Oh,
where you can pop a couple. You can pop a couple.
The little bag ones.
The bag ones,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are the good ones.
I think they're the Fritos, but I'm going with my silver, the barbecue Fritos. They're like the twist ones, yeah. I'm going that as my silver.
That's a good one.
For my silver, I'm going a go-to chip that never has let me down and has never been bad once in my life. I'm going Doritos Spicy Nacho, the purple bag.
Silver, give me some Oreos.
I was gonna say Oreos are good, but they just get in your teeth a lot.
For my silver, you can never go wrong with the Snickers, bro.
For me, I think my silver will probably be the Flamin' Hot Munchies.
All right, so my silver as my second favorite would be I'm probably gonna have to rock with I'll probably go with some Takis. Undefeated go-to as a gold. I'm just gonna say some random shit, Skittles.
For me, number one, the Lifesavers, the half and halves.
Number one is probably my go-to snack every time.
Hot Cheetos.
It's a lemon hot Cheetos.
Going back to the candy wave Sour Patch watermelons.
Oh yeah, watermelon. I'm stuck because I go to like, it all comes down to the mood. But like, if I'm in the mood for this, it's like God tier. I'm getting it every time because it's always fucking reliable. Or should I just go with the other one? Gold go to the best thing. Them honey buns, bro.
Ooh, I love honey buns.
The OG ones? The buns, baby. Put that in the microwave for 5 seconds.
I can't think of the name, and I know you guys are gonna disagree with me because not everybody likes coconut. What are those candies called where they have almond in them?
What were we talking
Almond
about?
Joy.
Almond
Almond
Joy. What were we talking about? You're gonna go Almond Joy for gold?
I love that shit, bruh.
Hey, bro, been trying to be different the whole time. Almond Joy, man.
Fire, bro. The coconut with the almond, bro.
Hey, dog, you stopping by the gas station? Yo, pick me up an almond.
Yeah, so my bronze was I think they're called Bon Appetit. They're called Bon Appetit. Yep, the little breads. My silver went to Takis, and my gold went to Skittles, which wasn't.
Some bullshit.
Yeah.
My bronze was peanut M&Ms. My silver was Flamin' Hot Munchies, and my gold was the Collision half and half Lifesavers.
I wish I could change my bronze, but fuck it. I picked gummy bears as my bronze.
Terrible.
My silver is Snickers, and my gold lemon hot Cheetos.
I had beef jerky bronze, Oreos at silver, and Sour Patch Watermelon at gold.
I had peanut butter crackers at bronze. I had spicy nacho Doritos at silver, and then I had the honey bun at gold.
Yeah, I had the mini Reese's. I had the barbecue Fritos, right?
Yep.
And then my almond joy gold.
Yeah, you fucked it up, bro.
Guys,
That was insane.
let's give a huge round of applause for Izzyofficial.
Man, real quick, just want to give a shout out to Out the Group Chat for having me on here, man. It's been a pleasure, and obviously sharing time with my family, let alone, you know, their close friends who became a close friend of mine as well. It was a very special event, very special night for me, and I really enjoyed this, and I felt like myself. You know, you go on podcasts, sometimes you could feel tense, sometimes you could feel like you gotta force different answers, and you gotta say certain things. Here it was just very loose, very comfortable, and that's very important, and that is a reflection of y'all energy and, you know, the way you guys carry yourselves on your platform. So big salute to y'all, man. I'm looking forward to your guys' future because it looks bright. Much love. It's your boy Izzyofficial. Appreciate y'all for real, man. Tune into this one.
To my cousin Isaac, once again, thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed this conversation of the week, if you guys enjoyed our first episode, having someone on, I'm very happy. It was our cousin Isaac who has made a name for himself, and we are all extremely proud of you. Yeah, just make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, and just all that, guys. We're coming nonstop weekly with content for you guys, and just thank you guys so much. And with that being said, Out the Group Chat is out.
Baby.
Love y'all.